Happy Friday, everybody. Finishing off the day with a live workout. Workouts are back. How good? Happy days. Training for the Rogue Invitational. I can't tell you the events, but you can probably guess, sort of, based on what I'm going to be doing. So today, I'm going to hit some axle clean and press. I'm going to do some monster dumbbell training, and I'm going to do a ton of bike sprints. One of my major priorities that I started losing throughout 2024, even on my win streak, I was just getting less and less fit. My work capacity was going down. So I'm going to be doing sprints between every single set of axle and every single set of dumbbell. We got 3x3 on the axle, 3x5 on the axle at 150 kilos. We've got 3x3 on the dumbbell at 100 kilos. So all manageable. I should be able to roll through them. I did a big deadlift yesterday. So sorry, you were supposed to see some deadlifts today. Yesterday I pulled 420 from 17 inches on the axle, and that felt pretty good. I had a small tweak in my back when I did some back offsets. I would give it maybe a 2 or 3 out of 10. Normal strongman stuff. So hopefully it doesn't affect the axle too much today. I'm sure things will be okay. And we move on. Starting with a bit of mobilization, but pop in, say hello, and yeah, lift every be kind. What's going on? Hello. Live streams are back every Friday. Are we doing them Tuesday or just Friday? Just Fridays right now? Maybe we'll bring Tuesdays back at some point. But Fridays right now until I go to Malta for Battle of the Beasts, and that is in a couple of weeks' time. So I guess we have one more. One more. I'm traveling way too much right now. It's Alicia was trying to give some positive perspective on travel. And I'm sick of traveling, but I'm sick of traveling the way that I travel. Like hotel, airport to hotel to some sort of venue. I don't really do a whole lot. I might have like a nice meal or something, and then I just scoot off to the next place. I would love to go to the jungle and like see silverback gorillas in the wild and go scuba diving and like just do a lot of fun stuff that I don't get to do. So I am keen to travel more and see more of the world, but I feel like I'm seeing a lot of the same world over and over. So anyway, that is my verdict on that. Max deadlift for reps. Yesterday, my training session was a 420 kilo elevated deadlift for 1. That's what I did yesterday, and that's what I have to tell you. We got some updates on rules today. We got all of the list of events last week or 2 weeks ago. And we got an updated list today with a few more details. Rogue is so good at giving us everything we need to be successful. I really, really enjoy their shows for that reason. Oh. Oh, hell yeah. In the vest. I think that might be a UK term for t-shirt. Maybe. We don't have a vest, but... Oh, yes. Well, thank you for your support. Yeah, it was interesting being on the mic. I've got tons of positive feedback about that. I'd certainly rather be competing than on the mic. But it was fun to be involved nonetheless. It felt really natural and just like, I think people enjoy, like, it wouldn't be anything revolutionary to the competitors, but things like, I know that say, 4, backstage, I know he's very serious, and the conversations he'd be having would be very serious. I know that, say, Nick Guardione will joke around immediately after a big lift. So he's probably talking about what he had for dinner last night or just shooting the shit about something random. So I think knowing the athletes helps a lot because it'll show them on the screen backstage talking with their coach. And it seems like a heated conversation. Like, I know that it's not. But, yeah. Matching shoes are new. Yeah, they are. That's a new color, the L2. What's here? It's panda style. But yeah, I'm so fortunate to. They just come in the mail and I'll wear a different pair, whatever. The ones I was wearing before were the I forget what they call them, Elite Force, and they have a metal heel and a carbon fiber foot plate, so they feel fancier. But I still love the L2s. 20, 40, 60, 80. This is 90 for those keeping track at home. I farted a bit there. It's always good. Right, Leash? I'm looking for it not to be an epic battle, but I'm sure guys will come in shape and we'll have one anyway. I'm looking to make a statement, but the first statement I need to make is that I'm healthy and able. And after that, if I'm healthy, able, fit, can run around, we've already seen that that's a problem for everyone. So that's what I'm looking to get back to. It's funny because I've been asked, do you think you could get back to your best? My best was like 4 months ago. Like right before World's Strongest Man, I was better than I've ever been. So like, can you possibly at 29 years old get back to how good you were 4 months ago? Yes. And I don't think I'm near at my final form or peak form. I think I could definitely get stronger, but I think I can stay fitter in the process. That's one of the things I regret that I let go a little bit. Uh, 115. My back feels fine, thankfully. I ate a lot of food and I didn't move that much. Simple as that. Yeah, just eat some more. I think everything else is overcomplicating. Everything else is an art. Eat more food. All right, this will be 140 this next set, and then I'm into working sets. Anything else, Leash? Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what. My grip strength right now is horrendous. I can't really give away the events, but it won't matter for Rogue. But I don't know what it is. Actually, I think I do know what it is. Do you know when I was doing the club with the guy in Colorado? I feel like I was trying so hard to hold on to it and squeeze it that it was like it strained muscles in my hands. And I feel like they're just coming back a little bit. But like I tried a dynamometer when I was with Eddie, and I'm like, it is actually properly embarrassing. Probably fine. All right. Last single. And then we got some sets of 5. I'll try to double overhand this to my stomach. That would be a good mark. I'd be happy with that. Beautiful. All right, a little bit more, and we're into working sets. Every day might be a bit much. That would leave me far too exposed to say something stupid. All right, clips to fit this guy because normal clips do not fit. And yes, I think I've had every clip company in the world reach out to me and offer me clips, but I'm not interested. I like my paper towel and janky clips. Yeah. No, just because it didn't have much like optimization, but it was so short. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you liked it? I'm not like that. Like maybe if it comes up, I don't know. I don't know if he's expressed wanting to take it, but Lucas could take it if he could clean it. That's his challenge. It's not the pressing, but everyone before me, the issue has been getting it over. I can get it over. My issue is the press. So if you combine like his pressing strength with my clean strength, it'd be off the charts. That's probably something that I don't get enough credit for. Like that weight, Bibby took 3 times to try to clean it. Eddie was at his max to clean. So, I mean, I'll take this shit for split jerks and like whatever, fine. If you have a vendetta against it, that's all right. But you won't see anyone clean it as easily as I did. It's like surely that gets some sort of points. All right, I have a set of 5 here, and then I'm going over to sprint on this bike for 15 calories, but that'll be like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. This is going to be an absolute ass kicker. A set of 5 followed by sprints, another set of 5 sprints, another set of 5 sprints. Go to the dumbbell, set of 3 sprints, set of 3 sprints, set of 3 sprints. Careful what you wish for, I suppose. All right. Oh, do you know what? We could actually probably bring it here. Yeah. I'm just going to get stuck in, Quinn. All right. I'm going to take the mic off. So I guess. Yeah. Not too bad, to be honest. That feels super comfortable for me, that weight. And like I said, I'm not feeling 100% today with my back. But even with that, it's fine. Peyton's watching. Hello. Hi, sweet girl. Oh, awesome. To be honest, I don't remember, but it was individual advice. So I don't know if it'd be hugely valuable to say in general. I know he was thinking about whether he should get one or not. And yeah, look, in terms of sort of minimum place you should be at before getting a belt, there really isn't one. It'll help you brace your core. It will help your core increase its strength. So I think after you learn your movement patterns, looking into a hard belt is totally fine. And I encourage it. So yeah, I think he was asking some stuff about brands as well, but that's that. I just want to find out exactly how much weight this is. $153 for a pretty easy set of 5s, really good. I'm having to practice my dip and drive a little bit. I've noticed I'm offline a reasonable amount. You'll notice on that one, the easiest rep was rep number 5. It's because sometimes I throw it out in front of me, sometimes it's not right. So, yeah. We'll get there in time. In 8 weeks, we'll get there. I have to say I'm extremely happy with where I'm at. And if the show was tomorrow, I would feel comfortable to compete and go do well. So I'm ready. And in 8 weeks' time, I should just get more and more ready. If I can just keep the body feeling really good and I can keep feeling really fit, sky's the limit. You like it? I look handsome? You look more than usual. I'll say on live stream what I want on video. It's just a bit different. Did the podium surprise me? Yes. I didn't have Evan on the podium, and he won. So awesome. Hats off to Evan. That was phenomenal. Some really strong performances. Thomas Evans on there surprised me, but in retrospect, not too much. I just didn't predict him. I wasn't thinking about him that much. It surprised me that Austin Andrade and Trey didn't do better. Those were my big surprises. And in terms of myself doing Strongest Man on Earth, the hard bit is, since the money is based on live streams and in-person tickets, we're not told beforehand. For the amounts of money that was handed out this year, it's unjustifiable to do the hardest show that takes the biggest toll on your body and poses the biggest risk to your career. On top of that, if sponsors don't get on board, then you're not getting exposure to sponsors, and they're not there. And a lot of my sponsors didn't know the show happened. So it's unfortunate because it'll start a negative spiral that will ruin the show that I hope doesn't happen. And I hope sponsors get on board. And I think it's pretty transparent. That's why I made the video. It's not like it's a viral video or I need that for my YouTube or whatever. It's like getting a little bit more exposure to this, getting some people around the fact that your contribution does matter to the strongman world and to keeping these things going. Hopefully people realize that. I think sometimes it's taken for granted. And the $10 live stream or whatever, like, that's where the sport is. That's what we need. And the more of those, the better the prize money can be. And the more likely it is that everyone turns up and in shape. My predicament at the moment, as I say, one of my rules for myself now is I need an off season every year. When is that? Arnold is in March, Worlds is in May. So you're going to be training from January through May. If you do Shaw, you're training June, July, August into Shaw. If you do Rogue, then you're training September and October into Rogue. And then you have November and half of December until you start prepping again. And so it's a 6-week off season, maybe. That's not enough. 46 of 52 weeks being in prep is not feasible for me anymore. It's not practical. So what do you leave out in terms of the big 4 shows? Well, leaving out Arnold doesn't make a lot of sense because it's so close to Worlds, you might as well just stay in shape for both. If you do Strongest Man on Earth, you don't do Rogue. If you do Rogue, you don't do Strongest Man on Earth. So that's, to me, that's the thing to juggle at the moment. Because doing both of those shows means that you don't have an off season. Not having an off season means I won't be able to continue competing for very long. And I want to be around a little bit longer. I want to do more shows. It sucks not competing. So that's the true predicament for someone like myself. And if Rogue offers huge prize money, it's hard not to say yes. If Strongest Man on Earth offers huge prize money, I still think that show is the most street cred you're going to get in a strongman contest right now. You make it through that as the champion. Hats off. You know, Brian, Evan, and myself. Before it became Strongest Man on Earth, it was more reasonable. in terms of load and what it demanded of you. And anyway, that's my 2 cents. If you guys want to put in your 2 cents, I'm happy to hear. You also, another thing with that, say you choose to do Strongest Man on Earth. So long as I live in Canada, that means I'm in prep. April and May for Worlds, and then June, July, August for Strongest Man on Earth. So I can actually enjoy myself from basically September onwards, and you have maybe a month of good weather left. So if I'm thinking, what would I like for my life? Well, June, July, August off season sounds amazing. Amazing. Sounds awesome. So, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. I think what would really help for someone like me is if the Shaw Classic was in, early October. And then you could have the best of all worlds. And you've got 2 big shows lumped together in the spring, 2 big shows lumped together in the fall. And you've got some off-season time in between each. So I think that would probably move the needle. But I don't know. What do I know about myself? Clearly a lot. All right, another set of 5. All good? Boy, oh boy. I think wide hands feels nice and clean, but I like closer hands for push press. I'll mess with that next set. Squats a shape. I'm gonna come in for Rogue. What do we got, Leaf? The which one? Oh, yeah. Yeah. To touch on that, it's a Facebook group, a subscription. I think it's $10 a month. Not much, but a group for men to focus on physical, mental, and financial health. I'm bringing in some experts in different areas, live stream once a week, posts and engagement and whatnot in the group every day. There's been a lot of engagement. It's been awesome, but it's not because I think I'm the guru of those three. I'm certainly not, particularly when it comes to mental health, but I don't have a support group. Most people do not have a support group. I don't really want to talk to people about it. I don't feel comfortable talking about anything, even to people that I'm closest to. And I think a group of people just having a space to be able to voice their difficulties, their frustrations, their concerns, get some guidance, get some accountability from the group, not necessarily from me. Great. There's a training program in there, 7 days a week, what to do on rest days and training days, etc. And yeah, live streams once a week when we're covering different things, bringing in experts. So I'm really optimistic about it. Hopefully the group grows quite a bit, but even if it doesn't, it's just something that I need and I think other people need. I think it'll be a nice thing to have moving forward. Reverse curls? 3 by what?
3 by 10, 70 kilograms.
Okay, right. Yeah, Colton's so strong. There's just something genetically weird about him. I don't know how he would go in Strongman. Honestly, even though he's an unbelievable powerlifter, it's untested. And people untested, and he hasn't been tested in Strongman. And it's way understated the difficulty going from powerlifting to Strongman. Name me one modern powerlifter who's transitioned to Strongman really well. You take John Hack, one of the most unbelievable powerlifters you will ever see. But in Strongman, he was top 10 in the world under 90 kilos, or under 105. I'm not sure what category he's in. Regardless, he's not making world's strongest man, but he is one of the best powerlifters to ever live. So maybe Colton breaks the mold. He's certainly breaking a lot of other molds, but it'll be interesting to see moving forward. Oh boy. I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't, what's that? Yeah, I think they're wondering if there's going to be another one. We'll see. If you're looking to donate, there'll be other sales and stuff if you pay attention to the LHBK page. We're going to give some more back, but and help out a couple of people. So, yeah, it's, if I'm being honest, it's hard to continue to try to push ahead and support, how do I say this? It's hard to have the back of people who it doesn't seem like have yours. But I just revert to who I'd like to be and who we all with the business would like to be. And that's people who give back. So it's a meaningful thing, and things we'll continue to do. But it's probably the only time I'll put it out there. It's not easy to do when there are so many people excited, ready, and willing to take you down. And, a lot of those will be the same people who then want the help to get to the show that they want. It's amazing the people that come out of the woodwork when they hear that you donate to causes who have said bad things about you, and then they want your money. You're like, of course you do. It's all shallow. Not to cast sadness on a good thing, but one time. Yes. The hesitation for sponsors to come on board. I have some ideas that I won't put out there. What will I put out there? It's a hard time economically. I think every brand is feeling that. The attendance at Strongest Man on Earth was down. I think it peaked Brian's last year, which makes sense. Then it was slightly down the next year. It was down quite a bit this year. And it's hard for a brand to continue to invest. I don't know what he charges for bigger booths and brands to be involved. I know that some brands and people like donate to the show, like they invest with their business with no intention of getting a return, and that will work, but it's not something that the show can be built on. Yeah, if I was a brand right now and I'm looking at Strongman, I'm focusing on, to me, the Arnold is the big one. I'm focusing on expos where there's tons and tons of people. And yeah, that's it. But clearly the brands who were involved, say Celsius, Trifecta, clearly they were involved and didn't see the return that they were hoping to. So that's just business-wise, that's all I can imagine. Strongman as a sport, you wonder if I was in the lineup and Thor was in the lineup for Strongest Man on Earth, how much different would that have been? And I don't think it would take it from a loss to a resounding success, but it surely would have helped. I know I had a number of people there who came up to me saying, like, we bought tickets to see you, which sucks that I couldn't compete. But if you look at the sport and you say, if I was there and Thor was there, would have been like substantially different. Well, it's hard for it to be that top heavy in terms of like people willing to watch. And of course, the athletes there were phenomenal. Of course, Tom was there. Of course, Evan was there. Of course, all these great athletes. But if you think of a really robust sport, say the NFL, Patrick Mahomes gets hurt and Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, say they both get hurt. Does the NFL see a loss at all from that? No, because it's so deep. There's so many teams. There's so much variety. There's so much coverage. There's so much everything around everyone. And in Strongman, it's kind of our jobs as individuals to build that profile. So Thor's obviously done that in a big way. The Stoltmans do that. I do that. I make a big effort to do that. And then after that, if you look at the like social media activity of everyone else, Evan posts the occasional YouTube video, some stuff on socials. Lucas posts some stuff on YouTube. He posts some big lifts on socials, but he really doesn't want to play the social media game. He wants to put out the content he wants to, which is fair enough. BGC, there's Thor, there's Stoltmans, there's me. Then there's a big drop off. And then there's a handful of the other guys. So if social following is not there, it's hard for the sport to grow. But you also can't tell everyone, like, you must be a social media influencer. So it's a difficult spot. But I would guess that those are a few insights of my the sport in general, but Strongest Man on Earth in particular. Someone also said with Strongest Man on Earth, like maybe the fans didn't like to hear how the athletes thought the show was really heavy. And if I agreed with that, I wouldn't have said anything about it. But I think it's kind of exciting for the athletes to be like, this is going to push me to my limits. And let's see how it goes, rather than just like, everything's going to be easy. So, yeah. I also don't think Strongman knows if it's a sport or if it's the WWE sometimes. Like, it seems halfway stuck, and not just Evan, but sometimes it feels more about the sport and the rules and the guidelines, and it's cool. And then sometimes it feels like, what character are you in this story? Which is fine too. But it's hard to be both of those at the same time. You don't really get, like, from the NFL, this guy plays this character. This is the heel of the NFL. Like, they're just guys who play a sport. They're just doing their thing. But I like what Eddie's doing with Battle of the Beasts. Just doing something that's not a strongman show. It's really different. It'll get a different audience engaged. If it gets on Netflix, that'll help all of us tremendously. So we'll see. Okay, 5. Last set of 5. My shirt is incredibly wet. It just slipped. What's that? No, I have a second shirt. Would you mind, Quinn? Yeah. Is that my phone? No. Could be in there. Oh, I got it on my watch. Quick shirt change. It's on the passenger seat. Oh, that was so slippery. That was so wet. Oh, good question. Good question. Wow. The timely one is Charlie Kirk, isn't it? God, that pisses me off. Free speech. Attack on free speech. And it's not an isolated thing. They tried to kill Trump. They killed Charlie Kirk. The attitude and the lack of ability to see where the other people are coming from by the left is insane. And I stay quiet on this stuff most of the time, but it probably doesn't surprise anyone that I'm conservative. And I don't really talk about it because I don't want to cause problems. I don't want to rift. I don't want to, and I think let everyone be who they want to be and whatever. But it is absolutely intolerance on one side. When someone on the left, I say the Minnesota Senators, I don't know who they were. Give me the best one. I don't know exactly what position they were, the people in Minnesota, but you take them, like when they died, were there people on the right celebrating? But absolutely not. No way. And even if you say it didn't get the coverage it should have, like, okay, maybe, but there's absolutely no one celebrating. There's no one happy about it. And the people say it's a transgender thing. People on the right say these people need help. They don't say these people need to be shot and killed. And even if you disagree with the stance, it's a very different approach to things. And the intolerance of different opinions of people in general, but particularly people on the left, is absolutely off the charts. It is absolutely disgusting. Like, even me just saying I'm conservative, like, I don't know how many of you are angry about that, but like some of you are. And why? Like, there are people who will be angry by that statement alone. Why? Like, if you're not, cool. I would rather talk to someone who's not, because it's more interesting to disagree than to agree and to hash it out and to have conversations. But people are just teeming and assume that you're evil if you believe something different. And if you listen to the words of Charlie Kirk, like, he's sort of inflammatory, but less than Ben Shapiro, less than Matt Walsh, less than Steven Crowder, less than Candace Owens, less than so many people on the right. He was a pretty peaceful guy, kind of like funny, kind of make jokes, but every single time when he went to these college campuses, in the nature he got shot, he would go and say, if you disagree with me, come to the front. As all conservatives say at their speeches, come to the front. I want to have a conversation. Then he would say, do not boo, do not jeer. These people are here to talk. An open conversation. When open conversation stops is when violence begins. And where are we headed? All right, let's do it. I don't think that the people on the left understand, especially the people celebrating. I don't think you understand how many conservatives you're creating, how many Republicans you're creating. No reasonable person would see that behavior. And yes, whilst it's not a representation and it's not everyone, it's not, of course not, but it is a one-sided thing. And there's going to be a lot of people who are kind of on the fence who do not want to be associated with that side, especially when next election, it's not going to be Trump, who's very polarizing and hard for people on the left to come across to. It's going to be someone else more, I'm going to say easier to digest. Not many people are harder to digest than Trump. But you think these people are going to evaluate both sides. They're going to say, do I want to vote for, maybe it's J.D. Vance, maybe it's Ted Cruz, who knows? Am I going to vote for him or am I going to vote for AOC? You're like, well, I don't know. In fact, I wonder what AOC has said about this. Hopefully something. All right, in other news, axle press. It's actually like, it's so upsetting. So upsetting. All right, 150 for 5. Make it spin. Oh, man. My stomach is so sore. I'll get my leg drive back, but it's not good right now. I'm getting through it fine, but I need a better pop. "15 reps at 153 though. It's pretty good. Can't really complain too much. When they do this by itself at Giants Live, the axle is about 150, and like I think 7 wins it. I don't know the last time they did that. I think they did it last year. Perhaps Britain's. Now that was log. Europe's. Now overhead medley. Viking. Someone help me. When's the last time they did axle for reps at Giants Live? Oh, I could go events. Oh, they did it at a Shaw class, eh? Sorry, this is not the most interesting thing to watch, but I like to know where I stand. I think today I could have got 8 if I had to. Here we are. Siberian Power Show, Mateusz won the axle with 5. 5 reps at 160. And this is 153. So that's in pretty damn good stead. Thor hit 5 as well, to be fair. All right, enough of that. Someone please do some research. Last time they did this at Giants Live, what was the number? All right, moving on to dumbbell. It's hot in here today. Oh. What do we got? Oh, what, sorry? Sure.
When you're driving an overhead lift and you jerk your back, can you explain what you're doing, how much that and what muscles you think you're in?
I'm just pushing up, and it happens to push myself down. And then it's easier for me to stand up when I'm locked out, and I just pull through. It's not really I'm thinking the only thing I could give for advice is if you're struggling in overhead lift, the last thing you want to do is put your head through and try to tricep extend it. Watch that implement, chest press, then come through once it's locked. But outside of that, it's just something I naturally do. All right, second to it. This is 45 kilos. I'll just do a couple of reps to get the feel. I wonder how close America is to some sort of civil war or civil unrest. It seems like it's kind of close. The one thing that's definitely true, 100%, is anyone who immigrated from a non-stable country with non-stable government, they're probably looking at this shit going like, yep, I've seen this before. I think it's very easily taken for granted in the West that like we have democracy and we have a stable government and we have a stable economy. But do you think that's lasting forever? Because it's not. In 5,000 years, at some point, the West will regress. At some point, every culture will fall. We don't have fucking Egyptians walking around anymore for a reason. And it's because things don't last forever. Cool pyramids though. What else do we got? What's that?
Said you should do commentary more often. Just retired from Strongman commentary and all.
Yeah, that's cool. If there was some sort of money to be made in strongman commentary, I absolutely would. But the athletes ourselves, it's hard enough to find prize money, never mind money for the commentators. I had good fun doing it though. It was a nice change up. It was nice to be involved. I think it was great for my mental health to be in the space and like be there and feel okay about it, because when I competed in London, I just wasn't okay with it. It just wasn't fun. It wasn't cool. So yeah, I was very happy to do it one time. And then post strongman, it could just be a great way to stay involved, but not as a career. I did it. LeBron James. All right, 67 kilos for an easy single. Definitely not enough compliments on my real crash pads now, which, by the way, someone else brought in. I'm not interested. Well, I guess I'm interested enough to use them. Never mind. I'm kind of interested. How many more just 10s after this, which I've got here. Yeah, I'm all good. Thank you. Don't. Sure, yeah. Good call. This is last warm up. My Packers are off to a hot start. They look really good. And their defense is really good for the first time in a long time. All right, we've got 90 kilos now. Last warm up. So slippery on my shoulder. Again, I'm soaked today. All right, going up to 100. And it's 3x3 with sprints in between every rep. Or every rep, in between every set. That would be way too much. Oh, that's why I'm so sweaty. Because I'm doing the sprint. Totally forgot. That makes sense. My best event I've ever done?
Yeah, your best event, performance, or execution.
World's Strongest Man, max dumbbell in 2023, for sure. My max in competition up to that point was 115 kilos, and on the day I hit 139. Now, granted, I didn't do a max dumbbell. I hit 115 for, I think, 6 at Shaw Classic, but just the moments and the pressure was one. Another one was the bust pull in 2023 at Worlds. The last time I did a bust pull, the only other time I did a bust pull, I came 8th out of 10, and everyone was at 24 seconds something, and then I came in 22 point something to win the event. That was huge, huge execution. That's up there. The Inverstones, like, it was good, but it wasn't beyond what I thought I could do. Tom moved fairly methodically through. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Oh, okay.
Brian. How could Brian Strong get seventh at World Strongest Man and then win the Golf Classic? Was he better at heavier events?
I'm not going there. I am not going there. 100 for 3. 100 for 3 is what I'm doing, baby. That's what I'm worried about. 100 for 3. You little shit stirrer. Who said that? Ryan. Maybe he's being genuine. I don't know. I have to assume he's not. Yeah. Thank you for being a member, Ryan. And thank you for stirring shit. Let's get into this. Okay, 3 and 15-second bike. To be honest, the dumbbell's so slippery today, this is not going to be near as easy as it should be. But alas. And the dumbbell's not slippery. I'm just soaking wet from happiness of doing Strongman. Do you want to do the rain video? Yeah, I'm only going to get sweatier. It's only going to look worse. Depends. Are they 20s or 45s? 45s? It's 306 kilos, 675 pounds. What? You're right?
Seven times 45 times 2 plus 45 is 670.
Yeah, it is. Good. Thank you. Do you want to maybe film it from over there? I'll be less shiny. I crushed that. That was really good for me. Adeline on the third, but ragdolled it. Oh. Can you please speak up?
How much could you say genetics play a role in becoming a strongman if you're training at your absolute best?
Everything. Literally everything. I would say that genetics determine what league you play in, and then how hard you work determine how good you are in that league. There are strongmen at the top who will be in a major show and then not train for a month. And personally, I cannot fathom that. I do not understand. I would go absolutely insane. I'm like 2 days max. Max 2 days. But there are people who will be at a novice show, get to the gym the next day, get after it again and again and again and recover. It's just a different league. So that's why I always say you got to just chase yourself and what you're capable of. When I won my first state title, I've been competing in strongman for, training strongman for maybe 6 months. And I did maybe 12 months of powerlifting before that. And I beat guys who were in the sport for 10 years, grafting and grafting and grafting. You're just lucky. You're either lucky or unlucky. But it doesn't really matter. Even if you make a living from it, okay. Yeah, like, it's cool in a way. And I think the cool bits people give a lot of credence to. But do you know what the shittiest bit is? I can't finish my job and go to the gym to chill out. I've taken my biggest sense of reprieve and turned it into a job, which is the goal, according to everyone. But no one realizes that the end goal achieved is that you now have no leisure activities. I have 0 leisure activities, not one. I wanted to golf. And golf hurt my back, so I couldn't do it because of strongman. So like what, I literally, if you say, what do you like doing outside of work? Say, I don't know. I like going out for dinner. Like that's the closest thing I have to an actual thing that I go, I'm doing this for fun. So it's like the most beautiful life ever, but it's also a curse. It makes you think a lot about like, how would my life be if I was running a clinic, 8 to 5, came to the gym, 6:30. I come to the gym before work, drop Peyton at daycare, go to work, wrap it up at 5, go home, play with her, play a video game or something for an hour, hang out for 3 hours in the night. Like maybe that's a better life. I don't know. But for me, it's all like short-term, long-term. Do you want to know the strangest thing about being well-known? Do you want to know the strangest thing about being well-known? If you make eye contact with somebody who knows who you are, it immediately makes them uncomfortable. Every time. It literally just happened. Yeah. Eye contact, and then they're like, men and women. All right, I'm absolutely ready to rip through these again. It's funny, my back going into the gym today, like, I hope I can have a good full session and like some movement, and it feels way better. And if that's not strongman, I don't know what is. All right, 3 in the bike. 3 in the bike. Easy work, lightweight. I'm gonna try to have my elbow slightly more forward, my torso slightly more angled. Dip the shoulder more. Because circular dumbbells are harder that way. This is Peyton the man, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, Peyton. It's funny because I think of it as a girl's name because it's my daughter, and I know other girls named Peyton. But then the most famous Peyton ever is Peyton Manning, and I believe he's a man. Have not visually confirmed, but seems very likely. What's up?
We got 8% for the laptop test.
Oh,
That's all we did.
okay. We got 8% left until bedtime for the laptop. We got, to be honest, we got dumbbell, and then we'd have to move it around. So after this, I got some rope hangs, just some other less interesting stuff. So one more set of dumbbell, 100 by 3. If anyone wants to send a massive super chat, now is the time. Or a galaxy. I'm just gonna make asking for galaxies my thing. How much does a galaxy cost? What are they, like $2 or something? Yeah. A galaxy? No. No, the things that Charlie was saying, like a coin or something. I don't know. There's a whole hierarchy. Someone made me wear a hat today for like 5 seconds for like 25 cents or something. 15. Oh, wow. That's a lot. I guess like if you were kind of popular and you really wanted to avoid having a job, if you got 3 galaxies an hour, that could be your day job. Oh, there are, absolutely. You ever seen the guy in New York who does like, he's got like yellow M&M hair, and he'll like dance for the galaxies and he'll sing sometimes, and yeah, that's what you never seen the NPCs on TikTok? Okay. So like, I shit you not, they'll be on stream and they'll just be like this, and then someone will like send something and it's like a galaxy, and they'll have their own little emote for a galaxy. So they'll be like, galaxy. I don't know if they're consistent between people, but it's like, and they actually like make money, and they're on the street with their tripods. It's so strange. Todd, how long are you going to be here for? Boss man. This is ending in a minute. Live stream's ending in a minute. Can I chat to you after? Got some problems to take on. You guys want to see me beat the shit out of them. Just kidding. I won't do that. You know, there's a warrior gene that makes you very aggressive short term, really good for lifting, like just like flip the switch and go. And most strength athletes have the mutation to turn that gene on. I have the opposite to actually suppress it even more. And that's why when I'm lifting, like it makes almost no difference to me if I G up or if I'm just like hanging out and doing it, because mine then makes me better when I'm more analytical and more evaluating and seeing all the surroundings. Moral of the story is I really, really don't want to fight anyone. Unless you break into my house, which I don't care what our stupid police officers say here. Police chief, if someone breaks into your house, comply. Comply with a frying pan to your face. Crazy. Could you imagine? It's a crazy world. I don't know where to move anymore, guys. Where do I move? I'm going to go check out Malta in a few weeks. Maybe Malta's the place to be. Oh, it's raining? Yep, rain. It's sad. See, the thing is, Canada's sad half of the year. It's beautiful. Like right now, could not be better. If I can move somewhere it's like this all year, amazing. America, it's really awesome, and something has to happen to make it sad. And the UK is just sad. Like nothing has to happen. It's just sad. It's just always sad. Switzerland? I am not interested in living in socialism. I don't want the tax. Do you know? Sweet home Alabama. I think a gated community in Florida. Honestly, sorry to sound a bit closed off, but at the moment, I think I would want to live in a gated community where you literally have to fill out an application to live there. It has security on the outskirts. It's got its grocery store on the inside. It's got like all necessities, a movie theater, grocery store, a private school, elementary school, done. Done. That's where I'd want to live. I don't want to mix with the general public anymore. It's actually a pretty nasty thing to say, but you speak to 100 people and it feels like 15 of them are absolutely off their rocker. All right, last set of 3. I'm getting tired now, guys. I've done 5 bike sprints and 5 sets of multiple reps. All right. Okay, fuck you. 5 sets of multiple reps. It's hard. It's hard, guys. Okay, it's hard. I'm kind of out of shape. All right, 3. Okay, inline and easy. Come on. By the way, I will tell you this about the event. We're not bike sprinting at the end. This is just for fitness. All right. Any last comments and we'll wrap it up? Me, my head and me. That's it. That's it. If I am as good as I can be, I'm in my own lane. Done. I've proven it enough times. I'm not thinking about anyone, thinking every event, go in, collect my points, get out, move on. That's it. Me. And with that, I will let you guys go. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Use this as a excuse, as a reason to voice your own beliefs, because he was the voice for a lot of people who couldn't speak their mind, who couldn't say what they wanted to say. And we got to do that for ourselves. Not that I believe everything he does, but if a voice for people gets taken away, you have to find your own. So rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Stick to your beliefs. Good thing, be kind as always, guys. We'll see you soon.
Haters talking to me, tell them pipe down. Or it's lights out. Zeros on the debit, baby, all I do is swipe now. Gucci sweater 5,000. Stunning, buzzing. I be going up, no ceiling. Wow, ballin', running. Getting to the paper, I'm peeling out. They gon' know me as legendary. You in the stands, I ain't need no commentary. If you the competition, you gon' get buried. I don't cheat on the game, we getting married. Yeah, they gon' know me as legendary.